What's up, guys? It's me Boxing. I just finished up watching Jermell Charlo versus Jeison Rosario, which is a 12-rounder for the unified WBA, IBF, and WBC Super Welterweight World Championship. And this fight was Saturday, September 26th from the Mohegan Sun Arena in Uncasville, Connecticut. And I know this fight ended very late because they had two cards on. I know for Eastern time, very late, about 1:30 a.m., But I stayed up, watched the fights. Great fights they put on. The Payano versus Roman fight was great. Charlo versus Derevyanchenko, and this fight between Jermell Charlo and Jeison Rosario was a great fight. Jermell Charlo now becoming the IBF, Ring Magazine, WBA, WBC, and Lineal light middleweight world champion, improving to 34-1 with 18 knockouts. And what a strange knockout! But before I get into that, on my scorecard, I had it 66-65 in favor of Jeison Rosario. I actually had Rosario winning more rounds than Charlo, but Charlo scored 3 knockdowns, but 2 in the rounds before leading up to the stoppage. But his opponent, Jeison Rosario, he did look pretty good. He kind of was the aggressor, I guess you could say, throwing more punches than Jermell Charlo and landing more. But early in the first round, about a minute in, Jermell landed a huge shot, left hook on his equilibrium, messed him up. Rosario went down. He did come back. I gave him the next 3 or 4 rounds. Then in the 6th round, Jermell landed another huge shot at the end of the round, buckled Jeison Rosario. Rosario was a huge mess, doing a chicken dance, went to the canvas, got back up. 7th round, a very strong round for Jeison Rosario, landing a couple nice shots. But then in the 8th round, one of the strangest knockouts I've ever seen, but what a great knockout it was. So first, let me just set this up real quick. Jermell Charlo came into the round, beginning of round 8, landed a nice jab to the head, got Rosario's guard up top, landed a huge body jab to the stomach, and then Rosario went to the canvas, and I was kind of like, what, did he slip? What happened? Because the punch didn't really land too clean. It kind of rebounded off the elbows, and I know from experience, a shot that rebounds off your elbows hurts a lot more. Hitting into your hip bone or your rib cage, it really does hurt. But in this case, it was at the center of his stomach, looking a little like it was on the belt line. But he did go to the canvas, and he was coughing. He was gasping for air. It really knocked the wind out of him. One of the strangest knockouts I've ever seen, and a great knockout it was. Definitely probably going to be knockout of the month, being that is the end of September. Great fights tonight, as I said before, and great fights this whole day. Doricos versus Briades, Charlo versus Derevyanchenko, and now Charlo versus Rosario. And Taylor versus Kongsong, great fights. All title fights, most of them unified, but great fights in general. Jeison Rosario, what is next for him after losing this title fight and losing his 2 world titles? He is now 20-2 with 14 wins by knockout. And I gotta say, I still think he's one of the top guys in the super welterweight division. I know losing to Jermell Charlo is not even that bad. He's the best guy in the division. And Jermell getting this knockout, great win for him nonetheless. But Rosario, he has already lost by KO before. And I do think he could still beat some of the guys, but I do think his chin is a big issue. Whenever he would get hit by Charlo, he'd stumble back or show some sign that he's hurt. And I do see that happening against another top guy like Brian Castano, Lara, Michelle Soro, guys like that really pack a punch. But what's next for the newly crowned unified world champion? Jermell Charlo, what I'm seeing, he may fight someone on the likes of Erislandy Lara, possibly, being that they're both PBC fighters. From what I'm seeing, Brian Castano may not be a bad idea. Other guys like Michelle Soro. Those fights could definitely be made because they're all ranked in the WBA. Soro being the gold champion, I believe Castano is the interim champion, and Lara is the regular champion. All those fights could definitely be set up, being that Charlo is now the Super WBA champion. But I just got to mention that knockout before. What a strange but beautiful knockout. I know that Rosario is being taken to the hospital. Bless him. Hope he's doing okay. Hope he comes out 100%. But he was left breathing on the canvas. Charlo's team thought he was having a seizure or something. I mean, he was rolling around, gasping for air. I mean, it really just was vicious. I mean, he destroyed him with that jab. I mean, really. And when he tried to get up, he was screaming. It was just devastating to watch, but what a knockout it was. Overall, great performance from Jermell Charlo, improving to 34-1, getting 3 new titles and 1 unseen title, which is the lineal title that he is getting. And overall, as I said before, great win, great fights, and a great card that Showtime and PBC has put out. And yeah, that's really it. I'm going to be boxing. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys later.